Lechelle Yates with the BBB is here. All right, we started talking about online purchase scams. Let's talk about how do we avoid those online purchase scams.
So the best way to avoid an online purchase scam, if you're going to buy from a company that you have never purchased from before, you want to check them out. A great place to start is bbb.org, but also bbb.org/scam checker, scam tracker rather. Also, look at the website. If there is no contact information on the website, that is a huge red flag, because if you have a problem, there is no way to track down that company. There's also no way for us to track down that company to try to get your money back. Also, you can do a Google search for the company and look for complaints and reviews. And also, this is huge, use a credit card so you can dispute the charge if you do end up having a problem with a purchase. And it's important to know, credit cards, there is a federally mandated process in place for how you can dispute a charge. You do not have those same protections in place if you use a debit card. It is up to your institution if and how you can dispute a charge if you use your debit card. Also, it is your money that is tied up if you use your debit card while this whole process carries out. So if you spent $100 on something and you're waiting to get it, but you actually needed that item, well, you're out that $100. You can't go and purchase another one if that $100 was what you were going to use to buy that. Or if you're using a credit card, it's the institution's money that's tied up. So you really want to use a credit card. And I mean, some people are adverse to getting a credit card. Do nothing except get a credit card that you use only for online purchases. And that way you can keep track of your spending and give yourself a limit if that's what you need to do.
And I know a lot of people say, oh, well, it gave me the option to do Apple Pay or Venmo or whatever. That money is just out of your account right then and there too.
Yes, and there are no mandated processes in place whatsoever. You have no protections at all with Venmo or any of these cash apps. You really have to be careful, because once that money is out of your account and into somebody else's, it is impossible to get that money back. And then you've got, Afterpay and all of these other things that are out there. These are all, a whole new frontier of paying, where if you use a credit card, you have those processes in place. It's an understood process. Banks understand it. Creditors understand it. It's much easier to get your money back this way. Stick with a tried and true.
Well, and that someone says, how often can you actually get money back once you fall for a scam?
Unless you use your credit card, it is virtually impossible. Once you give your money to a scammer, they are gone, and it's really gone. And that's why we do these risk reports. That's why we talk about the riskiest scams. That's why we're out here warning people and telling people what the signs of the scams are, so that you don't fall for it, and that you share this information with your friends, family, neighbors, people at church, so that they don't fall for it.
This question says, there's a home source or home mortgage company that sends vouchers to look like real checks. I know it's a scam, but will other folks know it's a scam? And what do you think about these voucher checks?
So I wouldn't necessarily call it a scam, but I would call it a bad business practice. It's, it's bad advertising. And I would say if you get something like this and you're interested in it, check it out. Go to bbb.org, look up the company, look for complaints online, really read the fine print. You just really have to be careful with these things. There are some companies out there and they're great, and some people need these sorts of products that are available, but you really have to be careful and do your homework if you are going to take advantage of one of these things. I mean, we like to see people advertise honestly. And so without seeing this particular product, I can't say for sure, but, you just have to put on your thinking cap and think, okay, this is something I might be interested in. Let me make sure that everything is honest and above board, and let me do my research. And bbb.org, obviously, we think is a great place to start.
All right, we have about like a minute or so. The risk tracker or scam tracker that you have, if someone has a scam that they think it's a scam, they can go on there and see if other people are talking about it.
Yes, there's all kinds of ways that you can search for a scam. You can search by the name of the scam. You can search by the email address. Maybe you've gotten an email. You can search by the website. You can search by phone number. There's all different ways that you can search to see if it's a scam. But we also, if you come across a scam, whether you've lost money or not, we want you to report it, because then you can be a hero and warn other people in the community as well.
Great. All right. Thank you so much for your time and expertise. Hey, if you missed any of this, we're posting it in the Two Wants to Know section right after this.